Hello YouTube. So today I'm going to be reviewing We Love You, Charlie. And I don't have the book with me because this wasn't my favorite book, so I kind of threw it back at the library drop box. It just was not my favorite. Got to keep it real. Um, so this book centers around like this institution, and they do research. Um, and in this book, this African American family is asked by this institution to come teach a monkey American Sign Language. So we kind of start off in one of the first scenes, and the teenage daughter, is thinking back on their way to this institution. She says her mother cut her hair off. The African American mother has beautiful hair, and she cuts it off because they're going to a predominantly white area for this institution, and there's not going to be anyone to do her hair. So that's kind of when I first was like, okay, that's a little weird. You're 30, 40 years old, just put in a ponytail and go about your day. But, I stay open-minded. That was not a big deal. So I was like, okay, that's weird. She also offered to cut her daughter's hair off, I guess. Daughter wasn't really feeling that. I'm like, okay. So they get to this institution, and, they're there, and they start teaching this. I'm trying not to give too many spoilers, by the way. But I'll try and kind of give why I wasn't really fond of this book as much as possible. So they get to this institution, and they're living with this monkey. And all the way in this book, the author is doing flashbacks of kind of other situations with this institution or with that community in this area. And so that it kind of, I don't know, I feel like that sometimes that can be a problem when you try and go back too much and try to connect multiple characters. Like, I feel like Roots did it well, Homegoing did it well, but I've noticed with those type of books that kind of go back in time to different generations, they usually wrap up that character and that time period, and then they move to the next. And they wrap that up, and then they move to the next. And I feel like that's probably a better way to do it. And the author in this book kept bringing multiple characters in, but it was kind of like a back and forth thing, and I think that probably also led to why I wasn't that fond of the book. So anyway, back to this family. Try not to give too many spoilers, but there was this scene with the mother. She got a little too close with the monkey. That was off-putting. And for me, I was just kind of like, I'm trying to put this delicately. As a black woman and knowing black women, not being stereotypical, but I just kept trying to picture myself as a black woman that knows American Sign Language, learning American Sign Language. Would I take my children to this institution in a predominantly white area, which isn't that big of a deal, but and do this level of closeness with a monkey? No, and there's dad also in this book. And I was just like, no, I just couldn't see it. I was like, a lot of the situations she had, and I have a more detailed review of this on Goodreads, but the situations, these characters, even the characters that were kind of far back, I was just kind of like, ooh, again, I'm not trying to give too many spoilers away, but I just feel like this author bit off more than she could chew. We have American Sign Language and deaf culture, which is a pretty heavy topic in its own. American Sign Language is a beautiful language. And she talked about tactile sign language too, which I didn't think she described that well either. But she talked about tactile sign language, and it just, I don't know, I felt like she didn't really connect how these people know American Sign Language, how this family knows American Sign Language, and what is really driving them to just go live with this monkey and make him a part of their family. I was like, okay, where's the connection here? How do they know American Sign Language? Like, I just couldn't put it together. And then she has a whole nother storyline with a teenage daughter and kind of a relationship situation, and that's a whole nother issue of sexuality. And it was just too many going on. So we have American Sign Language, deaf culture, kind of touched on that. We have racism, black culture, black identity, which again is another heavy topic in itself. And then we have sexuality, which is another huge topic. All these topics in here. We also have sexual exploitation, where these are all huge topics. And this author just kind of goes boom, 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 and there's no development. And then we keep going back and forth between these storylines, so the development and the clarity that we could need and these topics deserve for respect of the seriousness of each topic, I feel like it was just missed. I feel like it was such a beautiful premise, and I could see where she was going with it, but I just feel like she just didn't carry it out with her writing. Like, she just didn't carry it out. It was just kind of jargled in there. Like I could really relate to all these issues, understanding the beauty of American Sign Language and the culture and tactile sign language in itself, and then understanding Black identity, especially Black identity in a predominantly white area, which is a heavy topic, and then racism and racial exploitation too is in there. And it was just maybe she bit off a little more than she could chew. I just felt like, ugh, gosh, so much potential here. But in my opinion, and maybe I just need somebody to, explain that to me. You can feel free to comment and let me know what you thought of this book. But for me, We Love You, Charlie, it just was too much going on. It was a little weird. I was like, ooh, that's cringeworthy. I just kept making me feel uncomfortable. And not uncomfortable in a way that was really, oh, and then also has to do with body issues too. There's also weight and body image going on here. So it was just too much. All these issues are heavy topics, and they all, in my opinion, deserve respect and reverence, and should be. It was like multiple things going on, multiple books. Maybe she put 3 books together that probably shouldn't have. And then you also have these timelines and these errors, these errors of different people and different things happening, and it was a lot. So that is my review of We Love You, Charlie. Author, if you are watching this, I am sorry. I'm just being real. Um, just we needed clarity on that one. So thank you for watching, and feel free to comment, explain respectfully, what your opinion was. We all have our right to our opinions. So thanks for watching.